this is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today I'm going to be working with this pattern. It is 5641 on friendshipbracelets.net. So let me just copy this, bring it over to my template, and paste it. We're gonna slide it over here to the side so we can see what we're doing. And we are going up here to layer and make it go to a new layer. And the reason for that is if we decide we want to move it around, it won't affect our template. Rather than going with red, I'm going to go with brown just because that's the color I'm going to make it in. So there. Let's see. I think we're going to have to move our guideline down one space because of the way this has like a middle thing. That way it'll show up here as well. So we're going to zoom in. Yep, that looks like it's really good. Ooh, this side is not quite centered. There we go. That's better. All right. So grab our paint tool. We're on our right layer. Let's make sure we are fill similar areas. Great. We are ready to go. So we can either put a center dot in this, or we can like basically start it off like that, or we could have started it off going into a diamond like this. Either way works. It really didn't matter. I just wanted to show you that when it comes to this pattern, it's okay. You can do whatever you want with it. And this particular string seems to just continue doing this all the way up. And as a result, there is a good chance that unless you cut your string very long, you're going to run out of this color before the end of the bracelet, because this is just relentless. It just doesn't stop. But I thought this would be an interesting one to do as a double, because we're going to double wide this in case you didn't catch that in the title or something. We're going to make this double wide. I kind of feel like it'll be a little bit interesting to see how the segment knotting will work, as well as the fact that once again, because we're doubling the pattern, there's going to be that extra row on the inside, and that will be kind of interesting to see how that kind of comes about. So another thing you could do with this, I have mentioned before how I'm like really not a fan of the buttonhole effect, which is basically you have this all combined to be, one bracelet, or you have this row down the middle, and then somewhere along the line you just don't do it. You make it like it's two separate bracelets for a bit. That could actually kind of work out kind of cool with this one, but the trouble for me is it just makes it so much easier to get caught on like just anything. I don't know, the cupboards in the kitchen, that kind of stuff. So, but I'd be really tempted in this one to try something like that. Okay, so that's all of this right here, right? So I can actually take this corner of it. I'm using my guidelines to line up so I can actually copy and paste that, and then I can use the flip tool over here to put in the other side. I have to go back to the select tool to anchor it. Let's grab the select tool and do the whole top half. Control C, Control V, and then the flip tool again using the guidelines. I don't even have to change its settings, the whole whatever, vertical versus horizontal. If I go to the guideline, it'll automatically go the direction that you want to do it. So there's all one side. So now let's grab, so this is the select by color. So we're going to select this blue color here. Then we're going to grab the paint bucket, select this off white-ish color, and hit fill whole selection, and bam. we have the other color put in, and that's pretty much our whole, let me put it back to fill similar colors. That's pretty much our whole bracelet. But like I said, you could split this at some point if you wanted to try to make it a little interesting, make it a little bit different. Yeah, there's other possibilities, things that you can do that could make this a lot of fun. So I just want to toss that out there. I really think this will be kind of interesting because, again, we have like the 4 diamonds in the center as opposed to like how it's just a single on the outside. So it'll be fun. So before I go, I want to thank my Patreon supporters as well as my YouTube members for making this stuff possible. Like I said, I'm going to make it with brown and like a beige color. So I'm kind of excited to see where this one goes. It'll be different because I don't make bracelets like this typically, right? This is not my particular style. However, that said, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a pretty interesting bracelet overall. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys for hanging out, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.